Teachers of the Tribe. I'm your host as always, Jack Bueller. Today we are welcomed by a true legend of St. Charles West, Mr. Stancil. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it.
Yep, we love having you here. So question number one. So give us a little bit of background of your teaching career / your life outside of school.
Well, I started teaching in 2002 at St. Charles High School, actually. I was a sub in the district a couple years before that. Lindenwood grad. I was a cheerleader and track athlete at Lindenwood. I graduated high school, 3-sport athlete in Raleigh High School, football, wrestling, and track.
Okay. I knew you were a Lindenwood guy. I didn't know about the Raleigh thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're some part of St. Charles at least.
Yeah. I got here in '94, Lindenwood, and basically haven't left.
There you go. St. Charles is home.
Yes, it is.
So what's the most enjoyable part of teaching here at St. Charles West?
You know, it's the kids. It's the kids and the staff both. The kids are great kids all around. You can see everybody wants to learn. Everybody wants to grow. And I've got a great staff that we work with. I mean, my colleagues are awesome. I got a great group that I work with. We call ourselves a four square. Miss Eves, Mrs. Holland, and Mrs. Wheel. We all work well together.
Yeah, it's like a four square.
It really is in that corner.
And so, when you were coaching cheer, what was more draining? Was it all the drama or just being at all the games?
To be honest with you, a lot of it is the games.
We all know it's actually the drama.
No, no, it's really just the time schedule of the games. You know, a lot of football, a lot of soccer come into play, and then basketball season comes, and basketball season is a long season. Winter season is long, and it gets a little stressful with 2 or 3 games a night, things of that nature. So, you know, 3 or 4 games a week. But overall, I had great kids. So drama becomes secondary.
Yeah, absolutely. So just going into girls basketball, what was the most enjoyable part when you were coaching it?
Again, it's the work ethic. It's the kids. I mean, there were teams that we've had working with Coach P, who's an awesome coach, and working with Coach Hart. Just the chemistry that we have with each other, the ability to get the best out of our kids. Even when we didn't necessarily have the greatest record, everybody came to play. And that's the most important thing. And you see that work ethic now with kids like Mia, kids like Lily, kids like Weinrich, that come out there and work their tails off. We got young kids out there who work hard. Coffee is a prime example. She comes in every day and works her butt off.
And a lot of people don't see that with coffee.
You really don't, right? A lot of people just think that coffee's just she can be mean on the court, but she's probably one of the toughest defenders that plays out there, that works her butt off. Hannah Myers, another prime example of a young kid who tried her best and worked hard. Cornisha Hunt. I mean, and there are kids that I'm missing. Addie Block. Addie Block has gotten so much better over his last 2 years. Just the strive to be the best. And I know I'm leaving kids out, and I apologize. That's the head and not the heart.
Yeah. So when there was a couple of years where girls were having a pretty good run, who was the best player you got to coach against for girls basketball?
That's tough. The best player I ever saw when I was helping out was Nafisa.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's got to be Nafisa, and just look where she is now, what she's done.
Yeah.
So just all around, she's got to be the best all around.
And she's coming back to St. Louis, having her connection still.
The fact that
with the St. Charles West alum too.
Exactly. I mean, you've got these kids that are doing wonderful things out there, going to the next level, and coming back home and teaching. I think that's awesome.
Is there any graduating class or group of kids that you have a special connection to or that hold a special place in your heart?
St. Charles High. I'm going to get in trouble for this, but it's the class of 06 because that was we came in together in 2002, so that's the very first class. Here at West, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I mean, I've got great kids in all the classes, so I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot
Yeah,
pole.
that's a good answer. So, switching into golf, since we're both Tiger Woods fans,
Yes.
what separated him from other top athletes that made him so dominant in his sport?
I think it was the mental capacity of Tiger that Tiger had. Tiger had the ability, as a lot of people say, to shut out the noise and just focus on the game and actually the hole at hand. It was a focus of playing the hole instead of playing the whole course and focus on the little guys. And I think I think people that thought he was done, he started to get that focus back, and that's what scares people.
Absolutely. He may not be playing as many events, but he's still
But
got
that
that
mindset,
kind of
man.
So, taking it a little bit serious here, how does it feel when you know you made a difference in a student's life?
It's the best to me, it's the best feeling in the world. I would never forget my first teaching moment when a kid actually got what we were talking about and understood the information that I was presenting. And I mean, the light bulb in his eyes just clicked. And that's where I knew this is what I was supposed to be doing. And that was my first year teaching. And you know, a lot of people talk about social media. One of the best things, the compliments that I get is when former students put on there, you know, one of the best teachers I've ever had, and they mention my name. To me, that's more important than anything, because that means that I've done my job.
Absolutely.
And that our job is not just to teach kids math or science or history. Our job is to mold young people to be ready for the next level when they get into adulthood.
Absolutely.
So
That's
the success.
That's a great answer. So how great is it to wake up every day of the week and teach here with special people at the school?
I love my job. I love what I do. And like I said earlier, I work with a great staff. My colleagues are awesome. And each one here at St. Charles West especially is focused on that concept of making young people into adults who are going to be prosperous in this world. And I love what I do.
So for our final question, there's probably going to be some random drifter that's going to stumble across this interview and watch this. If you were to explain to a total stranger of how special of a place St. Charles West is, what would you use to explain how the school is?
To me personally, St. Charles West is a family atmosphere. It's a concept of everybody working together on one common goal to make sure that our kids are successful when they leave here. It's not about we got to be here right now. It's about the future. And that's the promise of St. Charles West, is building young people for the future.
Well, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thanks for your time,
You are
guys.
a total legend of the school, and everybody loves you here. There's no doubt about that.
Well, I appreciate that. I
And
really
thanks
do.
to our audience for watching. Join us next time at Teachers to Try.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.